How hackers break passwords. Your password is probably not as unique as you think. Most people assume their password is safe as long as it is not obvious. Maybe it has a number. Maybe a capital letter if you were feeling ambitious. But the reality is that passwords are often not hacked in the dramatic movie sense. They are guessed, reused, leaked, or tested at scale. And in many cases, it takes far less effort than you might expect. So today we are going to walk through how passwords actually get broken and why even small habits can make a big difference. Chapter 1: What breaking a password means. Breaking a password does not usually mean cracking it instantly through complex code. More often, it means finding a way to obtain or guess it. This can involve testing many possible passwords, using stolen data, or exploiting human behavior. The goal is simply to gain access, not necessarily to solve a difficult puzzle. Chapter 2: Brute Force Attacks. One of the most straightforward methods is a brute force attack. This involves trying many possible combinations until the correct password is found. Computers can test thousands or even millions of guesses per second. Short or simple passwords can be guessed relatively quickly using this approach. Longer and more complex passwords take significantly more time. Chapter 3: Dictionary Attacks. Instead of guessing every possible combination, attackers often use dictionary attacks. These involve trying common words, phrases, and known password patterns. For example, many people use simple passwords like password 123 inches or variations of common words. Dictionary attacks focus on these likely choices to increase efficiency. Chapter 4: Password Reuse. One of the most common weaknesses is password reuse. If the same password is used across multiple sites, a single breach can expose access to many accounts. Attackers often take leaked credentials and try them on other services. This process is known as credential stuffing. It relies on the fact that many users reuse passwords. Chapter 5: Data Breaches. Passwords are frequently exposed through data breaches. When a company's database is compromised, user credentials may be leaked. Even if passwords are stored securely, weak protection methods can sometimes be exploited. Once leaked, these credentials may be shared or sold. Chapter 6: Phishing Attacks. Sometimes attackers do not need to guess passwords at all. They simply ask for them in a convincing way. Phishing involves tricking users into entering their credentials on fake websites. These sites are designed to look legitimate. Once the user enters their information, it is captured by the attacker. Chapter 7: Keylogging and Malware. Malware can also be used to capture passwords. Keyloggers record what a user types on their keyboard. If a password is entered, it can be captured and transmitted to an external system. This method bypasses guessing entirely by collecting the password directly. Chapter 8: Hash Cracking. In many systems, passwords are not stored in plain text. Instead, they are stored as hashes, which are transformed versions of the original password. Attackers may attempt to reverse or match these hashes using precomputed lists or repeated guessing. This process is known as hash cracking. Strong hashing methods make this more difficult, but weaker ones can be vulnerable. Chapter 9: Why Complexity Matters. Password strength plays a major role in security. Longer passwords with a mix of characters are harder to guess or brute force. Using unique passwords for each account reduces the impact of a single breach. Additional measures such as two-factor authentication add another layer of protection. To wrap up, passwords are often broken through a combination of guessing, leaked data, and user behavior rather than complex hacking. Methods such as brute force and dictionary attacks rely on testing likely combinations. Credential reuse and data breaches can expose passwords across multiple accounts. Phishing and malware can capture passwords directly without needing to guess them. Using strong, unique passwords and additional security measures helps reduce these risks. This has been a mini Leviathan production. If you enjoyed it, check out our other videos. See you in the next one.